All right, we're still in Manassas.
We are.
But you found a place that is off the charts.
Yes.
Paranormal,
Yes.
right?
Just for you.
Stone Manor. Hello there, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Mary Ann Donnelly.
We're still here in Manassas Battlefield, but Mary Ann found a location that is... right?
Yes.
And that is the Stone House. Right there. We're going to go inside and we're going to tell you about it. But before we get into that, if you're into the paranormal history, forensic, and travel type videos,
don't forget to hit the subscribe button, not your head, and ding that little bell so you can hear from us next time we post a new video.
Did you hit your head?
I hit my head because there was something buzzing on it.
Oh, okay.
I thought you caught that on camera.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Okay.
All right, let's go inside. Take a look. Okay, Maher, what's some of the history of the Stone House here?
So some of the history is that it was constructed prior to 1850, and it stands as one of the most recognizable landmarks on the Manassas Battlefield. Early owners established a tavern here, serving weary travelers along the Warrenton Turnpike, which is U.S. Route 29 today. By 1860, however, wagon traffic had declined as farmers transported their agriculture products by railroad at Manassas Junction. Let's see. During the First Battle of Manassas, which is also known as Bull Run, in July of 1861, the Stone House stood near the center of the combat and soon became an obvious oasis for the wounded. Swelling quickly to capacity, the house sheltered many soldiers, one of whom reported the rattle of musket balls against the walls of the building was almost incessant. And then at the Second Battle of Manassas, which was in August of 1862, Union General John Pope made his headquarters on the adjacent Buck Hill. Again, the house filled with injured soldiers, two of whom carved their names in the upstairs bedroom. Following the battle, federal surgeons operating under a flag of truce tended to the wounded here, while the victorious Confederates used the house as a parole station for prisoners of war. So that's a little bit of the history. And then, of course, there's paranormal claims here as well.
Okay. So it wouldn't be Our Haunted Travels if we didn't have the paranormal.
That's right. In just a second. The horrors of war seem to leave their mark on the Stone House. In 1866, just a year after the conflict ended, the building was already being referred to as the Haunted House. So literally 1 year, 1866.
They called it the Haunted House.
The Haunted House, yes. So the locals refer to it as that. And there's also a curse that's associated with the stone house as well. So after the battles and everything, eventually it changed hands a few times. And there was one of the individuals who ended up being an owner of the house. His name was George. I forget his last name, but he placed artillery shells into the walls where they would have struck during the battle. It's unknown why he did this. Apparently they were live, because they think he was doing it to attract tourists, but after he left the house and all that, and next members came in, 6 members of the Ayers family actually died within a short amount of time. And the conclusion was that because George had placed the artillery shells within the walls, a curse was placed on the family. There's also accounts that speak of dark, foreboding presences that linger within its walls, disturbing visitors and park rangers. It's known for having cold spots. One gentleman...
I didn't feel any cold spots.
I didn't feel cold either. One gentleman reported after passing one of those cold spots, he went to exit the house. As he was going out the door, he was hit so hard that he injured his knee. And he could hear voices of men making fun of the fact that he was thrown out of the tavern. Groups of park rangers have said that they locked the door behind them. And they went down into the basement, and then they heard footsteps above them. When they went to investigate, they found nobody was there. And this is the really creepy, weird one. Another story is that the house actually disappears, completely gone, and then reappears. So there was an account of a woman who was driving down the road.
Wait, the house completely disappeared?
Yeah, the house completely disappeared. She had been on her way to an appointment. She saw that the house was gone, and she's like, oh my gosh, the stone house isn't there anymore. And then on her way back, the stone house was returned. Okay. So that's kind of weird. And then also there in the area over here, there were some other houses as well, and people say that when they drive through the battlefield here at night, they see ghostly lights where the other houses once stood. Just a few little tiny things.
We had to stop here.
Like a whole disappearing house. That one is strange, to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't hear or have reports of seeing soldiers, because that's usually one of the ones that you hear people say, especially when they're in the hospitals and things like that. But maybe they aren't doing that because they actually people know that they were there because they wrote their initials and things. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. One thing I want to kind of add to this video, you can't tell, but that's like it's pretty high hill over there, and we've been sitting here and recording, and there's been several people that climbed up that hill. There was actually one guy that ran up that hill.
I know, and
but
it's literally 92 degrees.
Yeah, but you know what? I've never seen anybody come back down that hill. Where are they going?
That's true.
We're not going to find out.
No.
We're out of here.
I'm not climbing the hill.
No. All right, Mayor.
There you have it.
Manassas Battlefield. Stone house.
Stone house with the New Yorker signatures carved into the upstairs where they were being treated.
Yeah. So, is that what you wanted to add to this video?
Yeah, New Yorkers were where they were from.
All right, folks, we're going to close this one out. So, until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.
Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting.